we're going to do here, give a quick tour around the engine bay of the car. This one in particular is Land Rover Discovery 1998. I'm going to start on the left side of the car, or passenger side. This is battery, fuse box, coolant reservoir, computer, windshield washer fluid. These are AC lines, the air conditioner. This here is the radiator. This piece right here is a radiator shroud. This up here is an alternator. Here on the passenger side, just to the left of the alternator, this is the air conditioning unit. This is the compressor. To the right of the alternator is power steering. This is the power steering pump. Down between the alternator and the power steering pump, it's the other thing that's got the belt on it. This is the water pump. This is your upper coolant line, the plenum, intake plenum, intake hose. This is your map sensor. That's your throttle position sensor, TPS sensor. That's your stepper motor. This is the air box. This is where the air filter is. This is the power steering reservoir. This is the brake reservoir. This is the brake booster. This is the ABS control unit. This here is where your throttle cable comes up from your foot, and also where the cruise control, if you could ever make it work on this thing, this is where the cruise control actuator is. This diaphragm right here gets either sucked or blown out dependent upon how much vacuum a motor that almost never works is. Alright, this is a look on the left side of from the passenger side, the left side. Again, this is the AC unit here. This is the alternator, intake plenum, intake manifolds down there. This aluminum piece right here down is intake manifold. This is a fuel rail. These right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the fuel injectors. These hoses right here, those are the heater hoses. This right here is a breather hose. This right here is a transmission dipstick. This right here is an AC line. Just down here, there's a connector here. This is if you have an air conditioning manifold, you would hook up here, and this would be your high side. The low side's up on the firewall. Down here you have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are your spark plug boots. The spark plugs are underneath. You can pull the boot off, and right there, that's a spark plug. This piece down here is the exhaust manifold. This is a serpentine belt. It powers everything from the harmonic balancer. The harmonic balancer spins this belt, and that powers your air conditioner, your alternator, power steering, and your water pump, and also your primary cooling fan on this car. Alright, this is kind of a closer look on the right side or passenger side of the vehicle. This right here, again, is your power steering reservoir, power steering pump, upper radiator hose, air box. This is a shock tower. This is where you fill up your car oil. This is where you put oil if you need to put oil. This is another breather valve. That's where you check your oil. Check oil with the engine off. Right there, that's your idler air controller, throttle position sensor, plenum again, a hose. This is your hose for the air hose, map sensor, ABS control unit, brake fluid reservoir, brake booster, brake cylinder. This right here is your steering rod. This is that's the rod that goes from the steering wheel to the steering box down here, the gearbox for the steering.